What's up, guys? Welcome back to the podcast. Today we're going to be making a Limoncello Margarita for you, and we haven't had a beverage at the start of a podcast in a long minute because my mom made lasagna, and then we went somewhere. We had beer, we had libations because we were going to Juicy last time before the lasagna. So now we have a Limoncello Margarita that Matthew gave me the recipe for, and it's so simple I can remember it without having it written down. So you got 2 ounces of your favorite tequila, and I'm using Don Julio, 2 ounces in. Then you're gonna do 1.5 ounces of your favorite limoncello. Then you're gonna need 1 ounce of lime juice. You can go fresh or you can go processed with all the cancers and the penises and the ginies. But I'm gonna go freshly squeezed. You squeeze those melons, ladies and gentlemen. Then you're gonna follow behind that with 1/2 ounce of simple syrup, and I wasn't prepared because I thought I had one in the fridge, but I have to go over here and get that, so stand by. 1/2 ounce. Simple syrup, lid on, and then we're gonna shake it and get you a chilled glass with ice in it. Oh, that's perfect. All right, ladies and gentlemen, make you a Limoncello Margarita and enjoy the podcast. Yummy.
Dude. Oh my God. We live in such a fucking crazy place.
We live in a fucking simulation.
Oh, dude. It's like a zoo. It's a legal zoo. Uncaged zoo.
Oh, man. All right. Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the podcast. We haven't done a podcast in 2 weeks because the first week, Matthew's allergies were acting up. The second week, I was out of town for James's birthday. We went to New York, Cape Cod, and then Boston, and then headed home. So we were gone from Wednesday to Monday. So we got a lot to talk about and catch you up with and tell you how shitty Cape Cod is. So, So sit back, drink your limoncello margarita, and enjoy the show. So you said that you had some...
Yeah, so the random things that we see here in Pensacola, there's 2 of them, actually. One I took a picture of. The other one is screenshots of a news article that happened over the weekend. And so this one, we're driving over by the Christian college, and I'm at a red light, and I was riding with John. And this was like my second day on the job, and I was just like, oh, shit. He goes, what? I was like, look at this motherfucker. You know? And he's like, what? I was like, look at him. This guy, and he's not a very small guy either, is dressed in a leopard leotard.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he has all kinds of stuff going on. He has angel wings on the back, the whole 9 yards. I was like, oh, this guy's going on the podcast. He's pulling like a little mini trailer with a bicycle, giving I don't know, high five to something. Look at that. Look at what he has going on. I can't even explain everything that he has going on.
What does that say?
Oh, so you can zoom in. It's something about like lures on a kingdom or something.
Yeah, something true kingdom wastes propane. What the f*** is on his head?
So if you zoom out of that and kind of swipe, there's like other ones. By the time I got my phone, he was zooming across the intersection, pulling a trailer of like plastic totes. I don't know.
God. Blood was booking it.
Yeah, dude. He was giving a high five.
Hello.
Yeah, dude.
That's awesome.
You couldn't make that up. That's only in Pensacola.
That seems like something that you could also see on Las Vegas Boulevard.
Yeah.
Because Las Vegas Boulevard is just a melting pot for people like that.
Yeah, and speaking of melting pot, it's 103 degrees outside, and he's in a full-blown fuzzy leopard leotard with all kinds of... He has an American flag. He has a tail. Dude.
He's a homeless furry.
Yeah.
God, who identifies as a leopard. That's a big-ass leopard. Man.
Yeah, he has it going on, dude. And it was like a Burger King crown. I don't know if he got that far. with a purple wig. It was.
I saw that, but I was like, I didn't know what the fuck. I couldn't tell it's a burger.
Yeah, he had a purple wig and like a Burger King crown. So, yeah, he had it going on, dude.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
What a character, dude.
Oh, speaking of characters, this one happened over the weekend. Okay. This guy goes to Pensacola Beach where they're doing construction and everything. I don't know if you've seen this article. He hijacks and steals a forklift, like one of those Lulls, the off-road forklift. Steals it, drives it over the bridge, through Gulf Breeze, and he is in a slow speed forklift chase pursuit over the 3 Mile Bridge. Yeah, look at him.
He looks like he'd do that too.
Yeah, he does. Look at this guy.
Oh,
God. Yeah, his name is Rick. The chief of police is Rick Hawthorne. Says that this kind of incident is a first for his department. This one reached the top of the chart. Says that they have dash cam footage of it, called a slow pursuit, ending the footage of the bridge near Waste. He made it all the way to downtown.
Nice.
And they finally got him over in the grass there. Could you imagine?
Low speed pursuit.
No one even called the cops or that was the thing too. Reading the article further down, no one called the cops. Yeah, here it is further down. While he was driving on the 3 Mile Bridge, this guy drove. That's probably a total of 7 miles.
Yeah.
No one called the cops.
Even through Gulf Breeze, because there's always cops there.
It just took a cop going, why is this guy driving like around? So he kind of followed him. Then he got on the bridge. He's like, no, you can't be here.
Yeah.
Didn't even know it was hijacked. No one called the cops at all. They didn't think it was weird. Like, whoa, whoa. And those things bounce.
They're just like, normal day in Pensacola. Let's do it.
Yeah. And so here's the best part. The guy stated, I believe I was just trying to get to my house in Pensacola, and it was a long walk.
He was trying to.
That's what he said, his statement.
He's like, oh, well, the kids are in it.
Yeah. Yeah. And then the police, he's just like, I don't know if you really want to call it a chase, but we kind of just stopped him.
Yeah, we followed him.
Yeah. Because out there, I just want to get to my friend's house, and it's kind of a long walk.
So he got arrested. I mean, I guess. Okay,
well, he stole the
theft.
thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
But it didn't say if he was drunk or not or on. He just said, F it, dude. It's a long walk.
Yeah, because I was going to say, like, okay,
Yeah.
was he an employee that just decided to go rogue or something? But then it hit me like the hijacking and everything. So I was like, all right.
Yeah, I guess he's at the beach and didn't have a ride and was like, there's one. You know?
Oh,
man.
God. That's so awesome. I love that. I love that for him.
Yeah. So now that Logan's had his back brace on for, quite some time now, I was like, all right, wouldn't this be pretty funny to get this for him for those rainy days?
Yes. I mean, he's still going to be in it for another 7 or 8 weeks.
That was what I was thinking. And even if it's not raining, just put it up, for the shade and everything. That's we'll post that up for sure. Because I seen that and I started laughing. I was like, oh, man, it has 2 colors and color patterns. So I thought that was pretty good.
Where's that at?
Amazon.
Oh, Amazon?
Yeah.
I thought it was a Temu thing.
No, the funny thing is, I think Facebook sometimes read your mind or something.
Yeah.
Or maybe I said it out loud. I don't know. But Amazon Market or Amazon, just had an advertising show up where you can scroll to the side. Dude, that was on there because there's the other stuff right there. But I was like, no freaking way. I was like, screenshot it.
Bingo.
Logan needs this. Yeah.
It was actually raining earlier when he was walking to his car.
See?
And you could have
Just hold on a second, guy. You know what I mean?
Hold on. Go Gadget umbrella.
Oh, man. And then last thing from me. So the last podcast, Lance talks about pooning.
Yeah.
And that whole thing. So I'm like, all right, let's see what all kinds of good stuff you can get into with the whole vaginal area and the juices flowing.
Is this Urban Dictionary?
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah. And so I took screenshots from it. But another thing, before I get into this, I think maybe after I searched this, TikTok figured out this is what I was looking for. Because then on TikTok, and I didn't save the video because I was like, this lady's face was as red as this. And she goes, let me tell you the benefits of menstrual bleeding facials. And I was like, oh, dude.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that's a whole you nasty mother. Oh.
I don't have a picture of this, but when we were in New York, we were walking from our hotel to the CVS to grab Celsius and water for the room.
Yeah.
And I didn't see it. James didn't see it, but Audrey saw it. And she was like, oh, my God. And I said, what? She's like, did you see that lady that just walked by in the gray leotard? And I said, no. She said she had period all the way up her front butt. I was like, free bleeding in a leotard, in a gray leotard in New York in that heat is ridiculous, dude. It's comparable to Florida.
I thought you were going to say some stuff way out of left field. Like, did you see the dick on that woman that just walked by in that gray
sweatpants.
That's probably very accurate to New York City.
Oh, man.
But the free bleeder in New York, that's how? How do you let that? And it's stinky.
And you know it's, you know what I mean?
It's sloshing.
Yeah.
It's making that sound every time she walks.
Yeah. Oh,
God. Damn it. It's awful.
So this is what got me the free bleed facial blood.
Yeah.
Have you heard of female dabbing?
Oh, no.
Yeah. No. This is the act where a female uses her vaginal secretions and uses it as a body perfume with the goal of sexually attracting sexual partners. Touching yourself, then dabbing your essence behind your ears as a perfume to attract others.
I'd be like, man,
Yeah.
you got something. Oh, God, no.
Yep. The application of vaginal secretions as a perfume. And that's the thing. These are 3 different ones. So you got like Urban Dictionary, whatever, but then you keep on going and it's like other thing. This is really a thing. What is an example? What is vabbing perfume? What is female dabbing? It's like
I can see dirty, weird homeschool doing that in
Yeah.
like Oklahoma or Wyoming
Yeah.
or South Dakota or North Dakota. Places like that where
dude, you walk by me after you've been dabbing and I'm just like,
I'm going to throw up.
is that chicken of the sea? You know, like, is that in oil or water?
It's menstrual exfoliant.
Yeah, exactly. Who the hell's in here eating tuna?
Yeah.
Like,
God. Y'all didn't even rinse that tuna off either. Y'all just let it bait.
put behind your ears.
Dude, that's awful. If you see like a little smear of
And then-
blood, it's like,
Oh, but the thing is, you know it's going to dry.
yeah.
And then it's going to turn into the pooning stuff that you're talking about scraping. So you can just scrape a little bit and snort it.
oh,
Now you're preloaded.
God.
Oh.
You know how like dudes go up behind their woman and just like kiss them on the
Yeah.
cheek or whatever?
Now you can just get a little.
just do a line off her neck. And you're like, yeah, it's all right, baby. You smell
Yeah.
fertile.
Don't mind me while I'm rock hard.
Ew. Oh, what's that thing poking me in the ass? Don't worry about it, baby.
Yeah,
God. You ready to go poon later?
exactly.
Oh,
Golly. Yeah, I seen that, man. I was laughing too hard. Oh, man. And then right after that, TikTok comes up with, you know, TMS blood facials. I'm just like, God,
see, that's
you
awful.
nasty. But, I mean, it's kind of cool, though, you know? Like,
You have a natural
Yeah.
secretion.
the random uses. I mean, and the lady did look really young, you know? I mean, she's probably as old. I don't know.
That's a very California or New York thing to do.
I mean, who just thinks like, hey, look, I'm going to try this.
Yeah.
You know what
I mean,
mean?
what's it going to hurt?
My feelings.
And what if you don't wash it all the way off and then like you got like in the crevice of your nose?
I mean, dude, if you ever had like a bloody nose where like, oh man, he's chopped it real fast, it gets underneath your fingernail for a freaking week.
Yeah.
You know, you can't get that stuff out for nothing.
and then when blood dries, it's
Yeah.
sticky. So you really got to
as a
scrape it.
mother.
Dude.
And that's not normal blood.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
menses.
Yeah, that's coming from places.
Yeah, it's mixed with cum.
Yeah.
Places.
It's coming from places.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's oh god.
Sorry to ruin your
No, it's good. I like that. But speaking of the tofu and arugula crowd that probably is doing that,
Yeah.
we went to so like we said at the beginning, one of the podcasts we missed was because I was in New York for James's birthday. It was James's birthday on the 7th of July, but we were in New York, then Cape Cod, and then Boston.
Happy birthday, James.
So on 4th of July, we went to a Yankees game. That was cool. It was hotter than piss.
How many hot dogs you eat?
I had 5. I
Nice.
would have had more, but it was so
I was
hot,
gonna
dude.
call you. I just didn't know your days and times and stuff. But I was like, by the time I seen the pictures, like, oh, too late. But I was gonna tell you, see if James or you could do the 999.
Dude, I was going to do that.
Yeah.
And I had all intentions because I already had the beer I was going to drink. I already knew the hot dogs I was going to get.
Those were big beers you were drinking.
Yeah,
though.
yeah. And the thing is the beer that I really like from there is called Pinstripe Ale.
Yeah.
If you haven't had it, you should
I
definitely
haven't.
try it.
I've never been to a Yankees game.
Well, now you don't even need to go to a Yankees game to get it because they didn't renew their license with that company. And I found that out because as soon as we got
Can you order it?
You can order it, but only within the state of New York. Bang.
Yeah.
I was like, that's bullshit.
Way to maximize your sales.
Yeah, exactly. Because if I could order it, I'd have it here immediately.
right.
That's the only beer I'd ever
That would be like Logan ordering the little cookies off the Delta airline.
Yeah. No one likes those except for Logan.
Exactly.
They're so dry.
He buys them by the case of 5,000.
Yeah.
There's no expiration date. No shit.
Yeah. So I went to the bar and I said, hey, and she's like, what can I get for you? Audrey ordered a margarita in the Yankees cup with the little ball cap on top.
Oh, that's good.
It's fun. And she's like, what can I get for you? I said, a pinstripe ale, please. Because I knew, I was like, I don't even need to look at the menu. I don't even need to
look at you, woman.
Yeah. Pinstripe ale, please.
Yeah.
And she's like,
holding them up.
she's like, we don't sell that at this location. I said, can you point me in the direction that does have them? Because I'll walk anywhere in the stadium that I need to go to get it. She's like, I don't know where you can get it. And I'm like, okay, maybe you're just dumb. So maybe right here they don't sell it. So I was like, okay, I'm prepared to go somewhere else. And in at the Yankee Stadium, there's a guy that comes around and he's like your waiter for wherever you're sitting.
Yeah.
And so he's like, what can I get for you? I said, pinstripe ale, please. And he said, dude, we don't sell that anymore. I said, hold the up. Y'all don't sell it?
Yeah,
he's
it's
like,
crazy.
He's like, no, man, that was my go-to beer. I'd come here all the time on my off days, and I would get the pinstripe ale, and I'd give me some hot dogs. I said, that's what I'm trying to do.
Why do you think I'm here?
I'm trying to do the 999 challenge. I mean, and I'm trying to. I had 2 hot dogs before the game started.
Yeah, I'm not here because I'm a Yankees fan. Because I'm not.
Yeah, I'm here for vibations and hot dogs. And
That's
he's like
crazy, though.
He's like, at the beginning of the season, they didn't renew the agreement with him.
It literally has the pinstripes like, hello, Yankees, pinstripes. Like, how are you going to miss that?
The can looked like the jersey. It was so sick, dude. And then, so the next best thing is this one called Legendary Ale. It's made by Goose Island or whatever, which is like the more corporate New York brewery that,
of course,
pushes it out to everywhere. And the other one, the Pinstripe Ale, was made by a more local brewery. So I thought that was cool as shit because it's like right down the road from the stadium, you have the brewery that's supplying the beer here. So it's like shopping local. It's supporting an MLB team. But the Yankees went and got all corporate on us and decided
I've been like, you know what? I'm leaving the game. I'm going to that bar.
Yeah. I'm going to watch the game down the road.
Yep.
But anyway, so he was like, dude, I'm sorry. Is there anything else I can get you? I said, just the Legendary Ale, I guess. So that's, it was a mediocre second. But anyway, 5 hot dogs in, about 3 or 4 beers, and they had free ice cream and stuff. So I had a bomb pop, and then I tried a cheeseburger because it was all free or included. So I tried a cheeseburger that was dog shit. I tried, what else did I try? A chicken sandwich, or chicken tenders that was dog shit, and the fries.
All in the same game?
Yeah.
Wow. Good for you.
I would have ate way more hot dogs if it wasn't so hot outside.
Yeah.
And like hot dogs with all the bread and then the beer and everything, it was just like.
I bet you had the rainbow shits after that. All kinds of stuff coming out. Like, what did this guy eat? And it's like, what didn't he eat? I get scam calls. Mother effer.
Mine's connected. There's no way we're going to get it in time.
Yeah. I don't.
You can try.
Man. Well, I don't think I'm hooked up.
Okay.
Trust me, dude. I promise you, I'm probably going to get another one by the end of this because of Ticketmaster.
Oh.
The breach. And then I have 21 notifications from the IRS that had this little app thing or whatever. Mm-hmm. It's a medium risk, right?
Yeah.
So none of my financial stuff is out there, but my personal information, where I live, my cell phone number, relatives and stuff like that, all that's been exposed. And it's been looked at 21 times since April. So thank you, Ticketmaster, the big mother effer. And I hope y'all eat all the ass on getting just just price gouging on their tickets.
Yeah.
Like, $60 a ticket. Fine, I'll get 2 tickets. $120. Okay, $395 later, like, whoa.
Yeah, with all their fees.
Yeah, come on, man. And now all of a sudden, this, like, seriously, if I knew it was a thing, I would get a lawyer and come after your asses, but I know I'd just be wasting time.
Yeah.
I'm going to hit connect too. So just in case.
Okay. Hold on. I just reconnected myself, so stand by.
Oh, okay.
One eternity later.
Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen.
A little bit of technical difficulty.
Welcome back to the podcast now that we had our technical difficulties. Why is it saying I can connect to you?
I see that too. I wonder what I can do on your phone.
You want to connect?
Did you you find it?
Connection unsuccessful.
Oh, forget it and then
Yeah, that's what I just did. So it's gonna pop up here in a minute, just in case I get another scam call.
Yeah,
all
and
enjoy
then,
it.
and then they're on the podcast.
So the last one I took, the boys loved it.
Yeah.
I answered it in the truck. We were driving home and everything, and this guy, he's like, "Oh, thank you for your call." You know, he's talking his stuff, and was like, "Huh? You know, he's like, "Oh, no. Yes, my name is Stephen," and I was like, "Stephen." You know, he's trying to say Stephen, but he's like, "Stephen."
God.
He's like, "Yes, I'm Stephen." I was like, "Yes, I'm Stephen." "Yes, no, I am. What is your name, sir?" I was like, "Stephen." "Your name is Stephen?" "Yeah." Like steep. And the boys were dying. You know? And finally, he heard them laughing. He goes, "I hear someone laughing in the background." And that just gave it away. But yeah, dude, he was going on, "My name's Stephen." I was like, "Your name's not Stephen. There's no way your name is Stephen."
Stephen.
Yeah.
He got his
It's
call
not even
log
picking
put
it up for some reason. Wah, wah,
right,
wah. There it is.
Yeah, maybe I just had to.
Rudecaster.
Sometimes you just got to spit on it and then redo.
Hawk Tua.
Yeah, hawk to it. If you don't hawk to it, I don't talk to it.
So this guy goes, I seen that, speaking of that chick, he goes, "I don't want my girl to hawk Tua on that thing. I want her to sound like Mrs. Pac-Man." Yeah, I was like, that's pretty good.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so like I was saying, on the 4th of July, we went to the Yankees game because I thought a day game of the Yankees game would be cool shit. Well, not really
More
because
American than that.
yeah, I was like, yeah, they roll tide. But the sun was so hot, dude. We got sunburned. Audrey got sunburned. Everyone got sunburned. Well, we left and we went back to the hotel, showered up, and we're like, all right, what can we do tonight for the 4th of July that's like cool as shit in New York? I want something like rooftop that we can have a vibration. We can watch the fireworks. Yeah. And so Audrey was looking through some of them. There was one that was like $1,000 a person, $1,100 a person. I'm like, what?
We're not, unless I'm shooting them off.
Yeah, I want to be the guy on the Mr. Beast thing holding the big firework and I dump it in the tube. That's what I'm doing for $1,000.
$2,000, we can have a hell of a show.
Yeah. So there wasn't really anything rooftop related other than just like walking around like downtown New York or like near the Statue of Liberty or wherever and then watching them there. And then she found this thing called Summit One at the Vanderbilt building. And it was $350 a person. It's still ridiculous.
I'm about to say, dude.
It's ridiculous. But when I tell you what we did,
Yeah.
it's worth
And when I tell you the fireworks we watch for free, because my neighbors are red necks. There's 4 of them down the street and 2 of them on roads I don't even live on. And we put damn fold-out chairs in the road and drank.
Yeah, and didn't have to clean up anything.
And watched it all go down. None of it was close enough to hit my truck and went right back inside. And I spent $0 and had so much fun.
Now, we want to do something like bitching because we had never been to New York on 4th of July. And I'm thinking Statue of Liberty, that's cool as shit.
Yeah, because the Macy's or something, right? They let up like 5 different barges.
Yeah. And that's what we watched.
Okay, cool.
So it's at the top of this building. It's called Summit One. It was $350 a person. There was like hardly anyone in there because it was $350 a person, which is great because you weed out the people who make enjoying things less enjoyable, if you're catching my drifting.
Yeah.
So we go up there, and it included free beverages, or included beverages, however you want to look at it. Included beverages, included food.
You're selling me on it. I can swing that.
And then also, it's all inside with a 360-degree glass wall.
Air conditioner.
Sold.
I'm there.
Yeah, see?
$700 never sounded so good for me.
Yeah. And then if you really, really wanted to, you could go up to the next. So this place was 3 floors tall.
Yeah.
So, and it had different things on different floors. I think actually it was 4 because there was like the main, then there was the second level, and then there was another level, and then the sky or the rooftop part.
Yeah.
So the rooftop part you could go up, and that was kind of outside. And at nighttime there was like a cool breeze, and it was also like misting a little bit. So it was it was cool.
Yeah.
So we went and did that, and that was bitching. So the pictures of like the glass that you see all like that are on Facebook, that's at Summit One.
Yeah, I commented on it. Said bitch and Jerry's voice.
Yeah. And there was this guy there, and he was like very New Yorker. He talked like this. He was like, "Hey man, what the fuck you doing? Get out of here, whatever." But I think he found this like young chick that he was trying to impress.
Yeah.
And so he was sitting there trying to Hey, baby, come over here. Come stay right here.
Yeah.
Get right here. This is going to be good pictures. This is going to be good pictures. And I've been drinking all day.
Yeah.
And I'm
And had a
sitting there.
buffet of food.
Yeah, I didn't give a shit about taking pictures of anything other than if it was like with me and James or me and Audrey or all three of us or whatever. And so I'm sitting there just drinking, and everyone has their phone up like this, just like, oh, now look at that. Oh, there's fireworks. Like they'd never seen fireworks before. Like take one picture of the fireworks and then enjoy it. And we had a helicopter pilot like many years ago when we went to the Grand Canyon. We were on a Grand Canyon tour, and it was like a helicopter tour.
Yeah.
And he always said, he was like, people get paid hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars, or even millions of dollars to come to this location at the perfect time of day, at the perfect time of year, and take a picture with no clouds, perfect sun, perfect angles, everything.
Yeah.
Don't live your life through your phone. Enjoy this moment and just be there.
There you go.
And so that's the motto I've lived by ever since that day is I don't sit there and I take pictures.
Yeah.
And then, but it's not like, oh, look at that, look at that, look at that.
I don't like to party with people that always brings out a phone when I want to sit there and go crazy on a dance floor or sing karaoke because I don't sing.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to remember it.
Yeah.
I just want to live it.
And so they were shooting off the fireworks. And I'm sitting there me and James are making this commentary. And this guy's like, I love these guys. I love these guys. And then there were fireworks and they were like blue and pink. And he's like, what the fuck are we watching? A gender reveal party? And because there wasn't any red, whites, or blues, or red, white, and whatever. It was like Mardi Gras. It was purples and greens. And I was like, what in the not America is this?
Oh, man.
It was like an LBGTQ firework display. Which is perfect because it leads me into the funny joke I made. He's like, what the fuck is this? A gender reveal party? And then I said, and then the blue ones went off. I said, it's a boy. And then the pink ones went off. And I said, it's a girl. And then there was like multiple colors. I said, it's a they, them. Me saying that in New York at the top of this Vanderbilt building with this guy, he's like, he died laughing. I was like, I am done here, ladies and gentlemen. I'll see myself out.
Yeah. Exactly.
And the free food there was a hot dog.
Yeah. You and hot dogs.
I couldn't get away from them on the 4th of July.
We're going to Pearl and Horn tonight. I kind of want to go watch Lance show off his talents of eating hot dogs.
Joey Chestnut ain't got shit on me.
He's so damn good now. He can eat it without showing his teeth or using hands. Watch me go, Dad.
Yeah. I prefer it without the bun.
Yeah.
So we did that, and that was fun. But before we went to Summit 1, we went to the Starbucks Reserve. And the Starbucks Reserve, I think I've told you about it before. It's a bougie ass Starbucks, but it's a restaurant, like a sit down restaurant, and they make any of their beverages with alcohol.
Oh,
and so they're refreshers or margaritas, and that is yummy. Anyway, so I had to piss in the bathroom of this.
I hope so.
Of this all-inclusive Starbucks Reserve.
Yeah.
And I'm not thinking anything of it. I'm like, all right, well, where's the bathroom?
Yeah.
And I found it, and this is the first thing I see when I turn the corner, and I knew it was going to be glorious in this bathroom.
Yeah, that's it. Wow.
So I see that. I'm like, okay.
Dreams do come true.
All right. So I walk in, and of course, there's no urinal. It's just a toilet. And this is the toilet that I see.
Because they don't use them. Yeah, there it is.
And they just stuff shit in the little toilet paper thing. And I can only imagine that this little green thing is one of the man ponds. It's like the they them tampons that they put in their ass just to feel like they bleed or something.
Ugh.
And then whatever's going on behind the toilet.
Yeah.
And
That's
then when I get to the sink, I see a bunch of shit, like hair in the sink. So then I get closer. It's lime green hair from a they them in the thing.
They them had a bad night.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they them did. Yeah. Then we were walking right before the game. I saw this picture, and I'm sure you saw it on Facebook, or even Instagram. But we were walking into this like mall area to go down to Whole Foods because that was closer than the CVS, and I thought of anywhere Whole Foods would have a Celsius, but they didn't. And then there was this big bitch.
Yeah, I seen that. It's like random.
Yeah,
hello.
and you can see the fupa.
Yeah,
like the lips and everything.
Yeah. To be honest with you, I didn't zoom in on it. I thought it was a little wiener.
No, okay, funny.
Yeah,
because we didn't. So
the glare made it look like a little. little turtle head there. I'm like,
So
okay.
from there, you had to take a left to go down to Whole Foods. So we never even needed to go right. And when we came back up, we looked over because I was like, oh, what's over there? There's another one. It's a dude statue, and he has a dick.
Okay.
I was like, no shit.
big old.
Not even.
Yeah.
It's like every bit of this big, but he's just as big as this
Yeah,
big.
so that's what I thought it was. I was like, when I seen that, I was like, oh, cool. Took a picture with a naked dude.
Yeah.
It's a little wiener. I didn't zoom in on it. I was like, I'll take your word for it.
Yeah,
I thought that's why James was kind of like he's doing a display, you know?
No, he was trying to hold the hand, which hindsight, I should have grabbed the ass. Like
Yeah, because it looked like he was trying to give it a physical.
Yeah.
Nice.
So all right, let me see. That's New York. Okay, all right. So Cape Cod.
Oh, so no get on stage and be a comedian in New York this time?
See, okay. So when I landed in New York, I was like, all right, I'm gonna try to find something to do because James said he wanted to keep it low key the first night that we were there, and his bag. He got to New York, and then his bag was an hour off the same plane he was on, but an hour late.
Wow.
And then he decided to take the subway to the Trump Tower, which is where we stayed, which was funny. Which, by the way, the Trump Tower has the best customer service on earth with everything. I was like,
It's the best.
It's great, Chad.
Yeah.
They greeted us with bottles of water, and Audrey got a vanilla macaroon. Why do you have a vanilla macaroon as complimentary
Why
check?
not?
That's perfect. I love that. Oh, shit. I have a thing, but it's not up here. It's in my room, and I don't know if I should. We'll see where we're at, and then and I'll send Odd to get it. So anyway, we go to Cape Cod, and we get off so there's no airport in Cape Cod except for like the little miniature ones that like fly like prop planes in or whatever, I guess, or private jets for rich people. Which I don't understand why anyone would ever go to Cape Cod on purpose, but here we are. So James each year for his birthday, he picks something that he wants to do, and then we all just go do it. So like last year was Atlantic City, and Atlantic City was a shithole.
Yeah.
This year was Cape Cod, and Cape Cod's a shithole. So I told James, I said,
No more picking.
yeah, I was like, look, just trust me. Just give me an idea of what you want to do,
Yeah.
and then I'll try to find the best way to do it.
Yeah.
And he's like, I think that's fair. Because Cape Cod was an hour and a half, give or take, from Boston, and you can fly into Boston. So we flew from LaGuardia to Boston, which is like flying from here to Atlanta. And so we get off, we get the rental car, and we're driving, and we get on this road, and there's only two interstate lanes. So there's one going, one coming back. Well, as we're going on this interstate, like towards Cape Cod, we see all this traffic, and we're thinking, okay, well, maybe because it's July 4th, that like, all right, everyone spent their time on Cape Cod, lighting fireworks, having a good time, cool, whatever, great. And maybe the traffic will die down by the time it's time for us to get the fuck out of there. And I'm thinking that we're gonna have a great time.
Yeah.
And
The brochures look great.
Yeah.
Everyone had smiles on their faces.
if you Google Cape Cod right now and you look at the picture, you're like, oh, that's pretty nice.
Everyone looks so happy. Your pictures, you looked happy. That's all I'm saying. Pictures they otherwise.
I mean, it was funny because of the commentary we were all making, and the stories we.
One of the pictures looked like you took it from the 80s.
Oh, was it the one where I had the thing?
Yeah, and you're like,
oh yes, okay. So we took that picture to be facetious because everyone in Cape Cod wore their sweaters tied, and I didn't notice it for the first day or two. And then,
I knew when I seen that, I was like, no fucking way Lance has that on, walking around like that.
No, I tied it for that picture and I untied it.
Yeah.
And it's so awful. Everyone walking around there was dressed like a douche.
Yeah.
And
Because I'm in Cape Cod.
yeah, that's where I'm at. And if you think of Cape Cod, you're thinking like, oh, a nice like scenic beachy town or whatever with like similar to Key West almost with like nice houses.
Not really.
It's
Not
what,
me.
Okay, how would you think Cape Cod is?
Fishing boats, small ports, and places to eat good lobster rolls.
Mediocre lobster rolls. Not a single.
Yeah, I don't think Cape Cod anything like Key West.
See, when I was thinking Cape Cod, I was thinking maybe yes, definitely boats.
Yeah.
But there was no road that you could drive on that had like immediate access to water that you could see.
Yeah.
If you could imagine, like, you know the movie Leave It to Beaver?
Mm-hmm.
And that suburbial scene of the houses and people like throwing the ball for their dog in the front lawn and people sitting in their
little
chairs.
bitty white picket fences.
Yeah, exactly. That don't keep shit out or in. And they sit there and they just talk with each other over a glass of lemonade in the front yard with their golden retriever. That's Cape Cod. And I was like, no one sits in their front lawn drinking lemonade and not on their phone or anything. I mean, you couldn't be on your phone because there was dog shit signal.
Yeah.
Anyway, we get to our hotel, which is dog shit, ran by Swindosh and kid, and it was $400 a night for a roach coach, essentially, without the roaches. Yeah. Unless the roaches didn't even want to stay there. They're like, fuck that, I'm dipping.
Yeah, they're sitting out on the front porch with their lemonade and watching,
the cockroaches were in their little chairs with lemonade with their little pet golden retriever.
We don't identify as cockroaches here. We're just roaches. We lost the cock a long time ago.
We're non-binary roaches.
Yeah. We're they them roaches.
That's right. God. And so we get into, I guess, I don't even know what to call it, dude. There's the welcome center right off our exit that we're getting. And it's like, oh, welcome to Cape Cod and where we're at and whatever. It was the welcome center.
Did they have weird accents?
No, not other than them all being foreign, which also felt very unauthentic.
Yeah.
Like,
there's a guy on TikTok. He's like a lobster guy. And he went viral because it sounded very close to what he has. He's like, he said, I have an egger. But he said it really fast. He's like, no, but his accent's weird. And he's like, but he always like explains this lobster and this and that. And, oh, this one has a notch here. This one has eggs, whatever. But his accent is so just effed up, man. It's just like, I don't know. Where does that come from? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, because if they weren't foreign, like one of our waitresses, she was from Ireland.
Okay.
How'd you end up here?
She's probably working to move back. trying to make enough money.
And then the first restaurant that we ate at in Cape Cod, our waiter was from Turkey. Wow. I was like, how the fuck?
I wonder if that's just like where they just come in at or something.
Where they come in right off the boat.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I swam.
Yeah.
I don't know how you got here.
They got so close, they just jump.
Yeah. They're like, all right, we're going to get you semi-close, but be careful. There's great white sharks in here.
They pulled them up on a lobster basket.
So, all right, we'll take you. All right.
Yeah. All right, we got a turkey.
Yeah. I have a Northeastern Irish. What's going right on this one?
That's crazy, though.
So if they weren't like foreign, so from the Middle East or Europe or whatever, then they have that like Boston accent, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, that shit. Anyway. So it was a fun experience for the sake of us just making up our own stories. And if I say NPC, do you know what I'm talking about? Like a non-playable character.
Okay, no.
So, all right. So when you play Call of Duty or even Fortnite, the bots that are in there, bots is like another term for NPCs. Okay. But in Grand Theft Auto, the people that are just walking up and they'll interact with you, like if you bump into them, they're like, oh, hey, asshole, like you or whatever. Cape Cod is nothing but those people. Like no one sits in their front porch drinking lemonade, rocking in a chair, and not on their phone or reading a book or anything like that. And then there was this couple that was strictly only missionary. Like we were waiting out of this restaurant.
They were just doing it on the front.
They like, you know how you can look at somebody and be like, okay, they freaky, or okay, they're thumping the Bible hard, or they like strictly only missionary, or they only have sex for kids, but they have no kids.
They only have sex not looking at each other.
Yeah, they're like through a sheet or something. We can't touch, all right? Yeah. That's how all these people looked and acted. And so anyway, now that you know what the NPCs are, Cape Cod is nothing but NPC town.
Yeah.
And so we go to these restaurants, we go to this whatever, and there's nothing to do in Cape Cod unless go to the beach, or go to the coffee shop, which is there's 1,000, or go to an ice cream shop, which there are 1,000, or go to the Hydrangea Festival.
Well, that's on something.
And when we saw that at the Welcome Center, it was on the sign. It said Hydrangea Festival next weekend. So like this weekend that we're having.
Oh, darn it. Just missed. Next year.
Yeah. We'll get you next year.
Yeah.
So we're like, Hydrangea Festival? What the f*** do you want to who gives a shit?
Yeah.
But as we're driving through Cape Cod and everything, we see why there's a hydrangea festival. You'd think planting hydrangeas is an Olympic sport in Cape Cod, dude. They were everywhere. There were pink ones, there were white ones, there were blue ones. There were some that were like tie-dyed, like they went hard on that shit. They said, "Oh, Jebediah, I've been planting this hydrangea for years.
Yeah.
I figured out how to
They crossbred them and kind of.
Yeah. And oh my God. Also, when we were leaving Cape Cod, I got to tell you this before I forget. There was an animal hospital and pizzeria combined together. And I thought there's no fucking way. And I'll post a picture here. I don't have the odd hats. I'll post a picture here. It was a pizzeria and a animal hospital.
Don't
and
get anything with the meat on it.
Yeah, I was like, yesterday's loss is today's sauce. And I was like,
that's exactly
no,
right.
Thank you, buddy.
Yeah. Oh my God.
But we ate at these dog shit restaurants. I mean, the breakfast place, it was called Anne and Fran's, but I kept calling it Anne Frank's Kitchen.
Yeah. Immediately I thought that too. Yeah.
Like the food comes from the ceiling.
Little too close.
From the attic.
By the way, I hope our majority of the viewer, percentage isn't from Cape Cod, Boston area.
They're going to be like, oh, dislike.
Because it just went down.
Yeah. No, I want them to know how shitty their place is.
And they're probably like, we know.
We're still here because we can't leave because the traffic's so bad leaving.
We just embrace it.
Yeah. So, oh, shit. I'll throw it at you next time.
Yeah.
Shit. I don't want the... Okay. Oh God! So we finally ate at one decent, like, nice restaurant where it's kind of like the waitress was actually American, and we asked her, we're like, "What is there fun to do here?" She's like, "Well, what do you want to do?"
Did you not catch the festival?
Yeah.
We made signs and everything, sir.
Yeah, dude, we don't have enough time for me to tell you everything.
Yeah,
but God, dude. So we ate at this restaurant and we were asking her like, "Oh, what is there to do and whatever?" And and then James said, "What do you do for fun?" She's like, "Go to the beach." We're like, "We're from Florida. We have better beaches than that." But okay, what else do you do? She's like, "Oh, I go to the coffee shop." Like an NPC thing to say.
Yeah.
And we told James and I told her, we're like, this feels like an NPC land or whatever.
Yeah.
She's like, what's that? And I looked at James and I said, that's exactly what an NPC would say. They haven't been programmed with
I feel like you went to
yet.
the Truman Show.
Yeah, I went somewhere, dude. I was being pranked. I swear.
Where they all live in like a bubble.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah. And on the way out, the traffic was so bad, it took us over 2 hours to get out of there.
Yeah.
And
which is kind of weird when he said that, like y'all were just making your way in,
Yeah.
but there's so much coming out. Why is there more people coming out than there is going in? Where's the traffic developing?
And they said, and the way that I saw it was their infrastructure's bullshit because instead of it being a yield onto the line or onto the major highway, it's a stop sign, and no one lets you in. So it backs up the traffic on both routes coming out all the way back into the thing. So all someone needs to do is, while the Cape Codians are sleeping, just replace the stop sign with a yield sign. You're good.
Yeah. Or just run a stop sign.
Yeah.
I'd pay it later, buddy.
Yeah, exactly. But we were joking on the way out, and we were saying, dude, once you're in Cape Cod, you never leave Cape Cod. And so you just have to circle back because the traffic's so bad. And you just go to the Welcome Center, and they give you a town-issued golden retriever and a hydrangea that you have to plant and keep alive the entire time.
And a pizza with yesterday's golden retriever.
Exactly, yeah. Any golden retriever that dies, they're like, oh, chop it up. That'll be the sauce.
Oh, look, the 30 acres are moving in.
Look at them.
Yeah.
Nice meeting you.
Yeah.
Enjoy your lobster
See you at the
rolls.
coffee shop.
Dude, and that's another thing. The first time we went there with our Turkish waiter, there was a coffee shop in the back, like past his pool or whatever. And you would think that this was the most whitest family reunion you've ever been to. Everyone there was like, I came in on my yacht. Well, I came in on Daddy's wooden boat. Oh, I came in on the Mayflower. And whatever the else. And so I go past all these douchians, and I go to the coffee place that's in the back, and I say, I want a iced vanilla latte. They're like, okay, you want a latte, whatever. I said, okay, what other flavorings do you have? You got any caramel action? You got no vanilla? What's up? I'm like, we don't have any flavoring. I said, oh, So you're communists. Got it.
Yeah.
I'll take it as it comes then.
We have coffee flavor.
Yeah. So James and I both get a latte with no flavoring, and it was just dog shit, dude. I was like, I can't drink this. Not to mention, when I went to the bathroom, the chick who was in the bathroom didn't lock the door, so I saw bare ass on the toilet seat. Like, she was, I guess, spraying like a dog in heat. She was just like this, hovering. And I was like, sorry, lady.
They have like daytime bathrooms?
I guess.
Yeah, I mean, you caught me off guard when I went to the bathroom.
Yeah,
It was
those single stall bathrooms. So it was just two of them.
Okay.
And the other one was occupied. The door was locked. This one, I turned the handle. It wasn't locked.
Wow.
But there was ass all in my face.
Spraying and praying. Yeah.
And I was like, damn, you're pissing like a cat.
Yeah.
So I found out that coffee in Cape Cod is like more than likely you're not going to have flavoring because there's only like 3 places that have flavoring. And we went to one of them. And, this is kind of funny. There was an old lady in the men's bathroom, and I had to pee so bad. I'm telling you, dude, I can't make this shit up. It sounds like I'm lying, and it sounds like I'm just talking out of my ass, and I'm not. I
You
swear.
ate a sandwich.
That looked like a Jimmy Dean breakfast sandwich.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. So we were in this coffee shop, which was also NPC land as dude.
Yeah.
Oh my god. It's so hard. It's one of those things that you have to just experience it to understand how funny this is. And we came up with this idea that we should start a YouTube channel vlogging these shitty places that we go to because it would be so funny. Because I would watch an entire hour-long video on what we did, like as a recap, if we would have recorded it. But anyway, so I had to piss really bad in this coffee shop, and I went around the corner, and the women's was open, and the men's was closed. I was like, all right, shit, I'll wait. Well, I had to piss like bad. Like this was a bad day. And I was like, do I go in the women's? If I go in the women's, I can just say it's 2024. I identify as female or whatever I wanted.
I sat down to pee. Okay,
yeah,
there you
like,
go.
You know what? See, I didn't do. I sat down. If that's what you're worried about.
Yeah.
And so I was like, all right, I'm just gonna hold it. I'm gonna hold it for a little bit because then once I won the argument with myself in my head, I heard the toilet flush. I said, all right, any second now. I hear the hand washing, the or the hair dryer. She comes out. I was like, okay. You just stank up that bitch.
Yeah.
I walk in there and it smelled like dirty pussy and shit. And I was like, dude, that's awful. So I was just like, I'm gonna just piss now.
You should have just, as she walked out, be like, I appreciate that.
There it is. Yes.
All right. And they're probably going to hang up.
Yeah.
It's going to be something. Hello. Boop. Watch. Hello. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Here we go. Are you there? See, they always hang up. And plus, half of it was off the thing. I didn't hit speaker. I hate them, man. Yeah. And now, because I answered one, it puts me on their, like, he answered list. Yeah. And I'm going to get 30 more tonight.
I want one.
Oh.
Yeah. I only get fans that call me, but.
Trade me numbers.
Yeah.
I'll take it. Dude, I'm not kidding you. Watch this. Real fast. All the red numbers are scams that I just miss. Wait, hold on. It gets good. It gets real good here in a minute. Watch this. Boom.
Nice.
That was a hot day right there, buddy.
Nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that's Cape Cod. Boston was the tits, dude. We went so the chick that was at this fancy restaurant, she I know I'm missing a whole lot of funny, but it's so much to tell you. And then at dinner I'll recap, and then if it's just
I can't believe you don't know what Cheers is.
No, I've never heard of it.
Dude, the show, it'll make you want to drink a beer. It's old school. But the bar, like, from what I understand, you got to, like, walk down stairs into it. And I just want to go there and have a beer. Like, they had this old sign on the back, on the side of it. So, let me see. Cheers bar.
But when we got to Boston, we were walking around because the chick at the MPC Cafe said that we should go to a place called Mike's Pastries. Mm-hmm. And they hand make cannolis and eclairs and all kinds of other shit. It's like an old, like, mobster, pastry shop. Nice. We go in there, and it's cash only, which I think is hilarious. Oh, yeah. Because everything on this strip is basically cash only.
Yeah.
Except for like the nicer restaurants that is, the bill's going to be 100, 200, 300, whatever. So it's like, okay, you have to pay with a card.
Yeah.
But for like small purchases, like an eclair or a cannoli or whatever, it's like cash only, buddy.
Yeah.
Because if not, I'm going to break.
Especially like being with the mob because
Yeah.
he's like not paying taxes.
Yeah, exactly.
Thanks for the purchase.
Thanks for the purchase.
Yeah.
But this old lady, she was like, guys, come on, please, come on. And she motioned for us to come over there. James went over to her, and then Audrey and I went and we got a coffee eclair, a coffee cannoli, a regular cannoli, and then an eclair. The eclair was dog shit, but the cannoli was actually the best cannoli I've ever had in my life.
Yeah.
Yummy. And then once
Not
we
like
left
kind of gritty like
no,
cannolis.
see, that's what I hate. I hate gritty cannolis.
The last ones we had though were pretty for your anniversary.
Oh yeah.
They're decent.
So these were cold and they were creamy. They weren't gritty or whatever. Like they didn't like whip the sugar long enough or something.
Okay.
But anyway, so we were walking down, and then there was a gelato place, and there was this guy. And have you seen the movie Shark Tale with Will Smith?
Yeah.
And the big pufferfish guy? He's like, you know what I says to him? You know what I says to him? That guy. There was a guy that was dressed like that, all gold, and he was just on the phone. He's like, yeah, man, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Yeah. And then there was these two guys that were sitting like this.
Yeah.
They were they were mob people. I know they were Italian with their hair slicked back and everything. And the guy looked like he killed 3 people by looking at him. The other guy looked like he strangled him with his foreskin or something. And and so then we went down the road because we actually ate at one of Dave Portnoy's pizza places that he gave a high rating on.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh, yummy, let's go there. And it was James's birthday at this point.
Nice.
So we go there, and then I'm looking at the espresso martini menu because there's a menu that has like their espresso martini liquor or whatever that they use, and on the back it shows all their locations. Like 7/8 of the locations were all on this one strip of road. Cash only, ran by the mob. And while we were walking to this pizza place, I see this guy that's actively doing a transaction in this alleyway.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I got to get out of here before my kneecaps get broken. I didn't even do anything. I look like I don't belong here. I sure as hell don't talk like I belong here.
No.
And but it was funny because
Especially when you go, what are y'all doing?
what y'all doing? I'm in Southern Thai, and I'm like, God, damn. Like the most not fucking Boston.
Yeah, see, there's cheers. Then you got to walk down those stairs.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah, and then the show. I mean, it's obviously it probably looks nothing like that in there, but the show was based off of this bar. And then there's the fat guy Norm. I told you always, but they always have a crew there, man. And
Nice.
and when people walk in from, they don't recognize. They're like, oh, there's a. Obviously, like you just said, like I don't belong here. That's how it kind of was. But yeah, it was a cool show. I just want to go there to have a beer at that bar because they say the inside of it it's supposed to look just like it, like old school retro.
Yeah, that's fun.
Downstairs though, in like a bunker type thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. Cool.
And this will be the last story, and then we can dip out of here. But so we were staying at the Encore, which is a casino. It's owned by the Wynn. It's the place where we got married.
Yeah.
But
Are we talking about Vegas now?
No. We're still talking about Boston. So in Boston,
so they have that?
They have a
okay.
have a location there. It's called Encore Boston Harbor.
Okay, I was like, damn, I didn't know you went to Vegas too.
Yeah, no, we stayed there for James's birthday because we wanted to play craps. We wanted to go to a casino. So we're like, hey, they have a hotel there. I also get reward points, and I'm a shareholder, so be it. It's a win-win.
Yeah.
So we go to dinner. That's fun. And then we go to play craps. You know the game that you were playing where you didn't know what you were doing, but you're just
I still don't know what I'm doing. I'm rolling dice.
Yeah, this guy rolled for 2 hours.
Wow.
Made me $3,400. Made James like a little over $3,000, and made Audrey $1,700. This dude hit the all small, all tall, and the mega mall. So like all numbers like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. He hit all those numbers, and that alone paid like $800 or $900 just like that.
Damn.
Then we were constantly throwing money for the horn bets, which is 2, 3, 11, and 12. He kept hitting 12s and 2s all night. And if you have money in the field, it pays double. So James and I had money in the field. Sometimes Odd would throw it in there. He was hitting points. And when he finally like 7'd out and everything, my entire row was full of green chips. I had stacks of hundreds. I had another stack of 5s. I was like, I wonder how much this is.
Yeah.
And they kept calling in more pit bosses to come down to the thing. People were on the phone. It was just like a movie.
Yeah.
And then James and I, we have this like chant that we do. So like if it's, let's say it's a dragon slot machine.
Yeah.
We're like, dragon come, let's all make the dragon come. Or if it's drums, we'll say drum come, let's all make the drums come, or whatever it is. And so he had hit all the numbers, and we just needed the 3 left. Yeah. So this is before he hit the make them all and the all small. He had already made the all tall, and we got paid the $150 off that. Mm-hmm. So James and I kept like pounding on the table going, 3 come, let's all make the 3 come. And there was another pit boss, and she made eye contact with James, and she was just laughing her ass off. And then when it finally hit, it rolled over. It was a 1-2, and I was like, yes! We went crazy, dude. It was insane.
Oh, man.
And there was so much money on the table, dude. It was sick, dude.
Dude, I bet there's a lot of people around too at that point.
Yep. And then there was this one drunk bitch whose boyfriend kept like bumping into the stick man, the guy who holds the stick that pushes the dice to and fro.
Yeah.
And they told him like 1,000 times, like, dude, stop touching the dealers. Do not touch the dealers. And then she was like waving in front of the shooter, and we're like, fucking stop it. If there's a mob boss in this place, I want him to break every one of your fingers. But yeah, that was the trip, and it was fun. Minus a lot more to the stories, but there's a shit ton of ice cream shops, a shit ton of coffee shops with no flavoring, and too many hydrangeas in Cape Cod. Don't go.
There you go.
The only thing is, I did find a shark tooth that's pretty bitchin'.
There you go.
On the beach where the great whites are. And then I think that's it.
That's it.
All right.
In a nutshell.
Yeah. If I think of something else that's funnier, and then we'll listen to the Jerry voicemail on the next podcast because we didn't get there. Anyway. But ladies and gentlemen, that does it for today's podcast. If you liked the video, smash the thumbs up button, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and give us topics or drink recipes or a name for this guy down in the comment section.
Still waiting on a name for that guy.
And I'm going to this up. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you in the next podcast. And balloon tits. There it is.
Oh, beehive, baby.
Old Faithful.